Today we'll be talking about Bella Gibson. Annabelle Natalie Gibson, born October 1991, is an Australian convicted scammer and process science advocate. She is the author of the Whole Party mobile app and has later campaign cookbook. Throughout her career as a wellness guru, Gibson falsely claimed to have been diagnosed with multiple cancer biologics, including brain cancer, that she was effectively managing them through diet, exercise, natural medicine, and alternative medicine therapies. She additionally alleged that she had donated significant portions of her income and company profits to the numerous charities. In March 2015, after reports identified Gibson's fraudulent claims regarding her charitable donations, media investigation found that she had also fabricated her story of cancer and lied about her age, personal life, and history. Concerns were expressed that Gibson had led a profligate lifestyle, re-narrating an unmarked townhouse, leasing a luxurious car and office space, undergoing cosmetic dental procedures, purchasing designer clothes, and holidaying internationally using money claimed to have been raised for charity. With a social media support base, Gibson admitted in an April 2015 interview that her claim of having multiple cancers had been fabricated, stating that none of it's true. Her actions were described as potential predator, as well as decided on a grand scale for professional profit. On May 6, 2016, Consumer Affairs Victoria announced legal action against Gibson and Inkman Road nominees Pty Ltd, originally known as Belle Gibson Patent, for false claims by Gibson and her company concerning her diagnosis with terminal brain cancer, her rejection of conceiving cancer treatments in favor of natural medicine, and the donation of proceeds to various charities. On March 15, 2017, the Federal Court of Australia supported most of these claims, concluding that Miss Gibson had no responsibility basis to believe she had cancer. Gibson was born in Lurchtown, Tanamis. Sorry, I butchered that. I cannot pronounce that at all. According to interviews she left her Brisbane family home at the age of 12 to live with a classmate and later lived with family friend. Gibson attended Wyoming State High School in Manly, Queens Island, until dropping out in year 10. Although she also later claimed to have been homeschooled, she worked for some time as a trainee for carrying supplies company PFD Food Service in Lanton. But social media reflects that by late 2008, she had relocated to Perth, Western Australia. There, she was involved in the skateboarding culture and activity perseverant in the online community. Gibson subsequently moved from Perth to Melbourne in July 2009 and became a mother 1 year later, at the age of 18, Gibson launched the Whole Pantry mobile app in August 2013 at age 21. Gibson reportedly told a prospective business partner in 2014 that she had several names that she went under, and her most recent interview with Australian Women's Weekly claimed her mother changed her name 5 times. Gibson corroborated filing indicated that she is 3 years younger than she publicly claimed to be. The Whole Pantry. After Gibson launched The Whole Pantry, it was reportedly downloaded 2,000 times within its first month. It was voted by Apple's best food and drink app of 2013. Gibson soon after signed a book deal with Lantern Books and imprint of Penguin Books for an accompanied tabletop cookbook, which was published in October 2014. She further worked with Apple Inc. in September 2014, transitioned the app as a privileged pre-installed default third-party inclusion in the Apple Watch's Apple 2015 launch. By early 2015, it was established that in excess of 1 million had been made in the sales of the Whole Pantry app and book. Gibson's chronically her battle with cancer on a blog of the same name, but doubts about her claims suffered after her failed to deliver a promise of $300,000 to donate to a charity. Before doubts were raised about her health and charitable donation claims, Gibson had interviewed to expand her brand beyond the app, having early registered the domain The Whole Life and advertising in December 2014 to recruit an IT specialist to expand the app and brand profile. Both the Whole Pantry app and the Whole Life were registered by Gibson's Pantry. Sylvia Rothwell, in her corporate name. The Whole Pantry register was added in March 2015 after the controversy broke. While the Whole Pantry has unequivocally denied that Gibson ever paid anyone to reject controversial cancer treatment, Gibson has been quoted for her social media posts as claiming that she had countless times helped others to forget conversation media treatment for cancer to treat themselves naturally, as well as leading them down natural therapies for everything from fertility, depression, bone damage, and other types of cancer. Health claims. In interviews, Gibson claimed to have had malignant brain, blood, spleen, uterus, liver, and kidney cancer, which she attributed to a reaction of the Gardasil civil cancer vaccine. When the book was launched in November 2014, Gibson claimed in its preface that she had been stable for 2 years now with no growth of the cancer, but her story soon emerged and encounters. She also told media outlets that the cancer had reached her liver and kidney, and 3 months later had posted on the Whole Pantry Facebook page that her cancer had spread to her brain, blood, spleen, and uterus. She previously claimed that she had undergone heart surgery several times and to have mentally died on the operating table. Gibson also claimed to have had a stroke. However, she was unable to substance her medical claim nor name the doctor who diagnosed and treated her. She also did not bear any surgical scars from her apparent heart operation. Gibson and the Whole Pantry statement regarding the benefits of exercise, healthy eating, and a positive mindset were uncontroversial, being widely acknowledged as convenient to holistic well-being. However, on her now deleted Instagram account and in other social media, Gibson promoted more controversial or potentially dangerous alternative medical procedures, including Gibson therapy, anti-vaccines, and the consequence of non-personal raw milk, The highly controversial Gibson therapy had been similarly promoted by another Australian wellness blogger, Jessica Anscoff, who funded Gibson's attended when Jessica died from the cancer in late February 2015, with approximately 97% of the Australian population under 70 years of age in federal vaccination policy. Healthy penicillin parents who refuse to vaccinate their children by denying access to significant wellness and other benefits were approximately 11,700 per unit annum. ANNUM. The sale of raw milk for human composition is illegal in Australia. In Victoria, one 3-year-old died and another 4 children under the age of 5 because seriously ill after consuming non-pasteurized milk in 2014. Charitable claims. Oh, goodness gracious, this girl. Okay. As Gibson's medical claims were being subsequent allegations emerged that charitable contributions raised in 2013 and 2014 had been given to their intended causes. Gibson denied the charges, but Fairfax Media stated that she had failed to hand over proceeds scoured in the name of 5 charities and had grossly overstated the company's total donations to different causes. 2 charities confirmed to the Australian newspaper that Gibson's company had used their names in fundraising drives but had either failed to deliver the donations or had inaccurate accounts for the funds. Gibson had claimed on a number of occasions in 2014 that the whole pantry had donated approximately $300,000 to charities, including mental health care and developing nations, medical support for children with cancer, and funding schools in Sub-Saharan Africa. In late 2014, when the Whole Pantry app was pre-installed on the Apple iPad, Gibson claimed through her Instagram account to be working with 20 different charities. Gibson has long claimed in her LinkedIn professional network profit, established in February 2013, to be a philosopher. Gibson eventually admitted in relation to fraud proceedings that she had seriously overstated the level of charity contributions that had been made. Subsequently, media reports in March 2015 stated that it could be associated that only an estimate of 7,000 of the previous claimed 300,000 had been donated to a total of 3 charities, with less than 1,000 of the 7,000 reportedly having been donated only after Gibson became aware of the Fairfax investigation in her early claims. Another 1,000 of the 7,000 had been donated to a charitable cause under Rothwell's name, rather than Gibson or the company's name. Also in March 2015, the parents of a young child with brain cancer whom Gibson had befriended came forward to report they had been unaware that Gibson had early been claimed to be fundraising for their children's treatment on their behalf. The family had never received any funds from her or the Whole Pantry, and subsequent Gibson had been using information glanced from the family's experience to underpin her own claims to have brain cancer. Concerns over published culpability. As the controversy grew, questions began to raise about Apple Penguin and the Australian media lack of due diligence in pre-fans accepting Gibson's claims of having multiple cancers, an issue taken by the ABC's Media Watch program. I have an itchy nose, I'm so sorry. And I'm using this part. It's so itchy. Apple Inc., in response to media inquired in March 2015, declined to remove the whole pantry app from sales, stating that it was only concerned about the functionality of the app. However, the whole pantry was soon thereafter removed from inclusions in the Apple Watch launch. Apple subsequently deleted the app from the Apple Store and removed it from all Apple Watches promotional material. Apple has not provided any public comment regarding the reason behind the removal of the app. But an intermittent email from an Australian exclusive to the company's U.S. office acknowledged that the removal would be subject to comment. Lantern's Books, when indicated approached by investigation journalists, claimed it had not confirmed the validated of Gibson's cancer claims, as it was not required for a cookbook. Soon after, the controversy grew. Penguin withdrew the book from sales, citing a lack of response from Gibson to its inquiry relating to the media accusations. However, Fairfax reported that Penguin had, prior to publication of the book, already quizzed and videotaped Gibson on her cancer story, as recounted in the preface. Penguin agreed to pay $30,000 to the Victorian Custom Law Fund as a penalty for failing to validate the factual content of the book. Elle Australia magazine, published by Brewer Media Group, admitted that following a longitudinal December 14th story on Gibson, they had received but ultimately dismissed anonymous claims she was fabricating her story. A second magazine, which had awarded Gibson its 2014 Fun Fearless Female social media award, admitted that it too had received and dismissed a similar email. After Gibson confessed, the magazine decided to not strip her of the award, stating that she had been reader nominated and reader voted. However, a month earlier, Cosmopolitan Associate editor stated that they put forward the nomination themselves, indicating that the magazine, not the publisher, had been instrumental in promoting Gibson's award. A controversial cancer research professional from the Gavin Institute of Medical Research also went public to state that by failing to conduct basic fact-checking and providing unfiltered PR to Gibson's untested claim, and uncritical media had been completely in her scam. Easing to the story. Once the controversy surfaced in the media, the whole pantry began removing any comments made on its Facebook page that questioned Gibson's claims, arresting that these comments only added to the misinformation of the International Fairfax article. This selective deletion drew even more negative comments. A post that Gibson had made on her Instagram account that made reference to her cancer or charitable donations were also selectively deleted. Soon after, all posts were deleted from Gibson and the whole pantry Instagram account. Around the same time, individual posting about Gibson's cancer claims of having died briefly under heart surgery were also being selectively deleted by the administration of her blog. The request of a user account across a number of social media platforms were soon abandoned, made private, or deleted in their entry. Gibson subsequently established another Facebook account under the alias Harry Gibson, which was made private and used to hit back at Facebook followers questioning her claims or speaking to media. Admission of deceit. In late April 2015, Gibson gave an interview to the Australian Women's Weekly in which she admitted to having fabricated all her cancer claims. Gibson attributed her decision to her upbringing and specifically to neglect by her own estranged mother, claiming to have been forced to take care of herself and her brother since the age of 5. The interview was, however, described as an admission of detection without expression of regret or apology. In a May 2015 interview with the same magazine, Gibson's mother, Natalie D. Belle, refused several claims Gibson had made about her family, including the false claim that her brother was autistic. Gibson's Women's Weekly interview was arranged by Ben Speak Approach, and Gibson was proven pro bono repercussions by the company during the interview. In June 2015, Gibson was remounted to have received $45,000 for an interview with 9 New York 60 Minutes. Consumer Affairs Victoria brought legal action against Gibson for allegedly breaking Australian custom law. The regulator said it had considered it an in-depth investigation of Gibson's activities and a plea to Australian federal court for leave to pursue legal action. Gibson's published Penguin Australian had already agreed to pay $30,000 to the Victorian Consumer Law Fund as a penalty for releasing the whole pantry, which was not fact-checked. On March 15, 2017, federal court Justice Deborah decided to decision that most but not all of the claims against Gibson were proven. Gibson did not appear in court for the decision. Justice Moortime found that Gibson's claims had been misleading and deceptive, and that Ms. Gibson had no responsibility basis to believe she had cancer from the time she began making these claims in public to promote the Whole Pantry Bank book and the app in mid-2013. But where was not enough evidence to prove that she was not acting out of delusion. In September 2017, Gibson was fined $410,000 for making false claims about her donations to charity. As of April 2019, Gibson had not yet paid the fine, and authorities were seeking power to charge her with contempt of court. A trial was set for May 14th, and she faced an undetermined number of years in jail if she did not attend. As of mid-September 2019, Gibson still had not paid, claiming to be broke, and Consumer Affairs Victoria were still seeking to enforce the penalty. In a 2017 letter later released by the federal court, Gibson had stated that she was $170,000 in debt and had $50,000 to her name. House raid by police on January 2020. January 2020 on 2020? Jeez, that's confusing. The Sheriff Office of Victoria raided Gibson's home in Norchat and seized items to recoup Gibson's unpaid fines, which due to interest and costs exceed $500,000. Her home was raided again on May 21st, 2021 to try to recount her unpaid fines. Claims Bella Gibson's brother reveals the truth about the cancer woman. The shy and conflicted young father wants to clear his name and let the world know he is nothing like his sister Bella. I don't like that hate word, but sometimes I feel like turning around to her and saying, "Bella, I hate you," Nick told 60 Minutes. It's been more than a decade since Bella Gibson first duped the public. Posing as a sick young mom, she courageously documented her battle with an inop brain tumor on Instagram. I hate myself and I don't want to be around, and I was shy, placid, and I didn't want to be out in the public just because of things she said. Cancer victim around the world were captivated by her strength and then rejoiced when she announced whole foods and alternative treatments, not controversial medicine. Controversial had led her to miracle cures. Miracle cures. Her story was inspiring enough for her online followers to part with $500,000 to buy her award-winning cookbook and wellness app. She knows what she's doing and said it's completely wrong, it's embarrassing, Nick said. They might be siblings, but Nick says he spent the past 8 years feeding off of Bella's untruths about their upbringing. He's especially angry about an invention used by Belle to gather sympathy on multiple occasions that he is autistic. I don't have autism at all, Nick said. Even when I was a kid, she used to call me retarded. I hate myself and I don't want to be around you. Nick said in 2016, when Belle was desperately trying to convince the media she really did have cancer, seeing her interview with Tara Brown on 60 Minutes was a confronting moment. He wasn't sure whether to laugh or cry. I was sitting in the lounge room, and it came on, and I was shocked. I was thinking to myself, is that even Bella? Is that my sister? Nick confirmed that, to his knowledge, his sister had never suffered cancer, had any heart operations, or suffered any cardiac arrest. I've got a heart. If I had every single family she's hurt in front of me right now, I'd be saying sorry to them. And despite her lives being so publicly exposed, Nick still doesn't believe Bella has learned any lesson. He said in 2017, when their mother Natalie was dying, Bella's greed continued to take priority over her compassion. Mom had jewelry before she passed away on her body, and then when I went back to visit Mom at the hospital, it was gone, Nick claimed. In 2017, Bella was fined $410,000 by the federal court for engaging in uncorresponded conduct, but despite multiple attempts by authorities to get money, it still hasn't been paid. Nick believes only one punishment will get through to his sister: jail. Go to prison and think about what she's done. These siblings have had rare contact via text messages, but hasn't spoken to each other in years. Nick realizes that unlikely to change, but he wants Bella to know she has an obligation, even many years on, to try to right her many wrongs. I've got a heart. If I had money, I'd give it to them. Let's see if we can find more. The estranged brother of infamous cancer frauders pretending to have cancer, Belle Gibson, has kidney. Wow, there are too many ads on this one. Where is the pause button? Gibson was fined 410/00 for lying about having cancer while promoting her whole pantry app and cookbook. She claimed to have cured her terminal brain cancer with a healthy diet and encouraged others to swap conventional medicine for natural remedies. Bella launched an app, The Whole Pantry, in 2013, and securing a book deal with Penguin Random House. Before it was revealed she had been diagnosed with cancer. 7 years on, it's understood the fine is yet to be paid due to massive personal debt. And it just did that. I hate when it does this. Go back, please. Okay. Which may have which may have spread to more than 5,000 with interest. Nick Gibson broke his silence about his younger sister in an interview aired on 60 Minutes on Sunday night as he opened up about the heavy toll on her lies have personally affected him. He believed his sister will never tell the truth and that she should send a sent behind bars to get the wake-up call she needs. It actually makes me sick, Mr. Gibson told reporter. No respect. She thinks of herself as not good enough. Go to prison and have a think about what she's done. He said he never thought that Bella was capable of ostracizing a scheme that result in people who believe in her wellness game to lose thousands of dollars. Mr. Gibson believed that she has no plans to pay back the fine. She knows what she's done and said it's completely wrong. It's embarrassing, Mr. Gibson said. He said he would return all the money to the people his sister defrauded himself if he had the funds to pay back. I've got a heart, and if I have every single family she's hurt in front of me right now, I'd be saying sorry to them. Mr. Gibson was frustrated by the attempts made by his sister to justify that she had cancer in a previous 60 Minutes interview back in 2016. I'm angry. I don't like hate, but sometimes I hate myself and I don't want to be around. Okay, he added that her actions have profoundly affected his sense of being and the way he is perceived by others. Having spent the last 8 years trying to show others he's nothing like Belle, she stuffed it up real bad. I've got to go through counseling myself, Mr. Gibson said. I don't like to be in public. I've had people come up to me and ask me questions, and they think I'm like her when I'm nothing like her. Mr. Gibson said he's broken and that he hopes his sister understands the pain and anguish her actions have caused him. My kids see me hurting as well. Mr. Gibson urged his sister to apologize to people who fell for her lies. I just want Bella to come forward and say sorry to the family she ripped off and her, and pay the fine she had been asked to. Belle Gibson, the influencer, lied about having cancer, is focused on a new documentary. Friends and family are speaking about the woman who claimed to have healed herself after being given months to live. Wellness blogger Belle Gibson built an entire empire off the back of claims she had cured her terminal brain cancer through changes to her diet and lifestyle. However, after her fame reached a peak, it became clear that something was amiss. Now a 2-part docu-series seeks to uncover what really happened. It's Instagram's worst con artist tells Bella's story in her own voice using social media posts and recording she made. It also features friends and family speaking on the record for the first time for the documentary. According to the creator, this series discovers the truth about Belle Gibson. She was a manipulative, compulsive liar, or a damaged young woman, it asks. But what is the truth behind Belle Gibson and how her lies are? We will continue the rest of this story in another video because we are definitely out of time.